Welcome to the Gabelli School of Business. My name's Vin DiCola. I serve as the Assistant Dean for the Gabelli School of Business undergraduate program on the Lincoln Center campus. To all of you who have been admitted to the class of 2024, a sincere welcome and my congratulations to you for this distinguished achievement. Fordham University has been on a straight line trajectory upward for more than 20 years now, improving annually in the number of applicants, the average SAT scores, and the general academic profile of our students. With only about 150 students in each year, the Gabelli School program at the Lincoln Center campus is significantly smaller than on our Bronx campus. This is yet another reason for you to feel proud of your acceptance into our global business major at Lincoln Center. Let's explore some details of the program and why these distinguish us from business schools at other universities. Of course, our location in New York City immediately makes us stand out, particularly for students looking to embark on a career in the world of finance, marketing, media, technology. In short, you are in the middle of the action for almost every career imaginable. To get you there, you will have the ability to chart your own path academically by the choices you make about where to concentrate your studies. To where are your passions calling you? At the same time, as a Jesuit university, Fordham will enrich your education, providing you a broad introduction to the world in which business operates. This will come through core courses in English, history, philosophy, and culture, which will enhance your skills to deal wisely as you engage the world around you. Finally, you'll take advantage of both our location in the middle of Manhattan and our wide network of loyal Fordham alumni working in a variety of business fields. And this is what will help you secure one or more internships, which in turn will lead you to that job offer you want to have in hand by the time you graduate or soon after. It won't be long now. This coming fall, you will embark on your first business course we call the ground floor. To tell you about it are three of our current students, Caitlin, Melanie, and Nina.
As a freshman here at Gabelli, I was required to take a course called The Ground Floor. This class was an excellent introduction to the business world as I learned everything from balance sheets to ethics. A big part of this course was to develop a company with fellow peers to support one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. My team created a company to combat the undereducation of impoverished women across the globe. Throughout the semester-long project, I developed my teamwork and leadership skills while learning the basics of business. This is a great experience for all first-year students as you fully immerse yourself in the business world while developing your personal character.
So each class focuses on a different aspect of business, such as marketing, accounting, ethics, contracts, etc. And for each of the classes, there is a guest speaker who comes in, who is an expert in that particular field, and they lecture us on that topic. So throughout the course, we work on a couple of different projects, and our final project is called the Ground Floor Challenge. We incorporate all that we have learned throughout the semester into a final business plan and presentation.
My group was assigned the SDG goal of no poverty, so we had to work together to make a business that would alleviate the effects of poverty. So my team came up with a business called Fast Produce, which is an app that would help connect low-income individuals to grocery stores that have cosmetically damaged produce that they would normally just throw away. So it would allow people to get access to healthy produce that they wouldn't normally be able to buy.
Before hearing more about our global business major, another current student, Sophia, will tell you about her experience with Fordham's liberal arts core.
There are a few liberal arts core classes like philosophy, theology, and composition that Gabelli students are required to take. I was a little bit hesitant about these classes at first, but I found that they really opened me up to new interests. One of the classes that I was pleasantly surprised by was philosophy. The combination of the way that my professor taught and the readings that were assigned to us taught me so much in a way that felt simple and understandable to someone like me who doesn't really know much about philosophy or has never been exposed to that kind of material. I really encourage students to be open-minded about these core classes because you never know what could surprise you.
And so, in the coming months, as you adjust to your first year at college, you will not only have the benefit of the Introduction to Business in the ground floor class, but you will also hone important quantitative and analytical skills through classes in math and economics, and improve your writing skills with English composition. And as Sophia mentioned, you will have the added benefit of a class like philosophy, where you will learn how to think logically and frame important questions. In the second semester, spring semester, you will already embark on your job search when you have the first of 4 integrated projects, this one being a hands-on exercise in networking and career exploration. By the end of your sophomore year, you will be ready to declare which of the 3 primary concentrations you will make your own: global finance and business economics, global marketing with consumer insights, or digital media and technology. Down the road, you may also decide to use a few of your elective courses to add one of our many secondary concentrations to further fill out your global business major. How will you know which path is best for you? A lot of your confidence to make this choice will come from your experience in the Consulting Challenge project in your sophomore year. This can be said to be the linchpin around which the rest of your Gabelli Business program revolves. So let's hear what 3 of our students have to say about it: Margot, Jacqueline, and Maria.
The Consulting Cup is a very unique part of the Gabelli School's curriculum that differentiates us from other business schools in many ways. It's a project that you work on all semester. You are put into a group with about 4 or 5 of your peers. You are given a company. I had Kraft Heinz. You research that company all semester, gaining a very holistic understanding of it, looking at its finances, the market it's in, its management style, its marketing style, different things like that. And through all of that, you are able to identify your company's greatest challenge or opportunity. And then as a team, you come up with a solution for that. And then at the end of the semester, you present that to a panel of industry judges and professionals, just like you would be presenting to the executives of a company. And this experience is really incredible because you do this in the first semester, of your sophomore year. So this is when you really don't have a lot of experience. But with this, you were able to put something tangible on your resume that employers will be impressed by. They'll say, wow, they have real world experience working in a team, researching a company just like they would here, and doing different things like that. And I know that's one of the things that differentiated me. When I applied for internships this past year, it was one of the main things I talked about in an interview. So as an undergraduate, you really get the opportunity to showcase your skills and show employers that you do have experience, even though you're only 18, 19, 20 years old. So it's a really incredible experience that makes your Gabelli education worthwhile and shows that you are a step above other students who are applying for internships.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline. I graduated Gabelli at Lincoln Center last year, and I'm currently a first-year law student at Fordham Law. One of my favorite experiences during my time at Gabelli was the Sophomore Consulting Cup project. It's an exciting project where you're working as a team for the whole semester. You're given a company and are tasked with finding both the challenge facing that company and creating and presenting an effective solution for that challenge. You have to apply what you're learning in the classroom in real time. For example, my team's company was Starbucks. In our accounting class, we were learning about 10Ks. So we read through Starbucks 10K looking for potential financial issues. We then applied what we were learning in our marketing and business communications class in order to present as well as create an effective solution that could be presented to C-level executives. The Consulting Cup project taught me so much, such as how to work with a group, how to face challenges, and so much more. I think I've used it in nearly every interview since. And looking back at my years at Gabelli, I had a wonderful experience. I'm so grateful for how Gabelli prepared me for my time at Fordham Law, both through the rigorous curriculum as well as what it's like to be a compassionate global leader in today's society.
The Software Consulting Cup project is really one of the most valuable experiences we get as students in the Gabelli School because it sets us apart from the education that other business students get in other schools. We get industry knowledge while at the same time, hands-on experience at a very early age in our education. And, companies appreciate that because not everybody gets the opportunity to have a project like this. The year I participated in the cup with my team, we actually got second place, and basically we were assigned a company and we had to analyze it in real time and come up with a solution for them. So we had Delta Airlines and we had meetings almost every day trying to really figure out what it is that we could, bring to the table because they were doing most things right. So instead of finding a challenge, we ended up finding an opportunity, and we did a very thorough, in-depth job. Basically, you get to apply the knowledge you gain in all of your classes into this project, right? So we had to do 30-page long deliverables for marketing, accounting, like an industry research deliverable. We had an information technology deliverable. So in general, it's just a very intense project, but at the end of the day, it's one of the most valuable experiences you get. And this translates obviously to your career. When you're, at an interview, companies and interviewers really appreciate all the things you gain from this experience. You get to hone your time management skills, your presenting skills, your writing skills, your teamwork skills, among other things. So it really is a great conversation starter for interviewers to really see how much of a well-rounded businesswoman or businessman you are. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you can see how much of your education at Fordham's Gabelli School will take place through hands-on, practical, real-world experiential learning, starting right from the PVH challenge during the ground floor course, and in a big way in your Sophomore Consulting Cup integrated team project. There'll be many other such opportunities along the way through various case competitions both at Fordham and by going on the road to compete at other schools. And here's another student named Sophia to speak about a very special opportunity for finance students called the Student Managed Investment Fund, or SMIF.
At Fordham, I had the opportunity to take a lot of classes and be in a lot of clubs and extracurricular activities that involved around investing and finance and economics. One of the classes that I was able to take during my junior spring and senior fall was the Student Managed Investment Fund. So this is a 2-semester course that students actively manage about $1.5 million of Fordham's endowment. And it's a great introduction to investing because you're dealing with real money and a real market and reporting to a real chief investment officer. The roles I had during my time in the Student Managed Investment Fund was commodities analyst, commodities portfolio manager, and also managing director. And I really think it helped me learn a lot, not only about the commodity sector, but about all sectors that are involved in the market and looking into different types of investment theses and honing in on my skills that I learned in traditional classes and putting them forth in a non-traditional class, but more of a workplace type setting. It was the best experience I had at Fordham, and I would 100% recommend it to any student. And I think it's very unique that the Gabelli School of Business offers that to students to really get hands in and real experience while still in school.
Donna Rapiccioli, who is Dean for Fordham's Integrated Business School at both the graduate and undergraduate levels, speaks regularly and passionately about the mission of the Gabelli School to form compassionate business leaders who will be the agents for positive global change. Some of the ways that students become such leaders are by way of the many opportunities we offer through our Social Innovation Collaboratory and the Fordham Foundry. Here is Nandana to tell about her involvement.
One distinguishing factor of Fordham's business curriculum is its emphasis on social innovation. Outside of its integration into the coursework, students have many other opportunities to delve deeper into the subject. As a member of Social Impact 360, I've worked alongside mentors, faculty, and other students to develop a unique, sustainable business idea. As well, I'm a member of the Ignite Scholars Program, which is a 4-year honors program that emphasizes social impact and sustainability within its honors courses. Another resource for students on campus is the Fordham Foundry. At the Foundry, students have the opportunity to pitch their idea and gain feedback to help strengthen and develop their ideas. I had the opportunity to use this resource last semester during the PVH Challenge, which is a sustainable business competition that all first-year Gabelli students participate in. At the Foundry, my group and I were able to pitch our idea and gain feedback from students of other groups, as well as the Fordham Foundry staff. The feedback that we received was really helpful in identifying potential problems with our pitch to help strengthen our idea.
We've already mentioned how immensely helpful it is to attend a business school in the heart of New York City, arguably the world's capital city. But let's dive a little deeper into some of the ways this really will make a difference for you in the coming years. First, Sammy will explain why Fordham's location redefines the value of having an adjunct professor in a college course.
And one of the main things that I've really appreciated over the past 4 years studying at Fordham is the fact that they bring in adjunct professors and industry professionals that really know what they're talking about and can give additional insight and knowledge into a specific subject. Someone that has previously been associated with a particular industry like real estate or the hedge fund industry. Because not only are you learning about what's in the textbook, but you're able to see it through the eyes of someone that's working in that specific industry, and you understand what they do on a day-to-day basis, and they're able to answer a lot more of your questions. So this is super, super helpful.
In addition to industry professionals teaching some of our business courses, the Gabelli School also attracts many of today's business leaders who share their expertise with our students, as demonstrated by this impressive list of campus visitors from the past year or so. But lest you think New York is all work and no play, let's hear from 3 students about some of the fun things New York also has to offer. Here again are Caitlin, Nina, and Maria.
Being in the middle of Manhattan definitely has its perks. During my time here at Fordham, I've made countless memories with my friends. I've enjoyed everything from concerts at Madison Square Garden to food festivals in Brooklyn. And with the Columbus Circle subway station being right next to Fordham, I have the whole city to my disposal. There's always something for everybody here. Whether that's taking a stroll in Central Park, which is just minutes away from campus, or going shopping in Times Square, there's limitless opportunities here for you at Fordham.
So New York City has a bunch of fun things to do. Me personally, I love to run, so Fordham Lincoln Center is right next to the Central Park, so I go on runs over there, or there's also a really nice park called Riverside, so I go on long runs uptown. And also I'm a really big foodie, so my roommate and I, we have a food account and we like to go visit a bunch of bakeries, restaurants, cafes in the Upper West Side or also wherever in Manhattan. So we'll typically go find somewhere to eat, a nice nook to have a coffee during the weekend. But that's usually what I do in New York City, and since there's so many different places to explore, so many different trails to run, so I'm always doing something.
New York City, what can I say? Well, it's the capital of the world. It's the capital of business, culture, innovation, creativity, diversity. It's just the place to be. As a student, being in an environment like that, you are constantly inspired to work hard and challenge yourself to go outside your comfort zone and really succeed in whichever field you want to be in. And I personally really appreciate the diversity that you find not only in the Gabelli School, but in New York City at large. You are surrounded by people from that have all nationalities, all religious backgrounds, and you get to learn about other cultures both in the classroom and outside of the classroom as well. So basically you get to learn what a global education really means. And it's great.
And for some of you, New York may also be a spot which launches you further. With the Gabelli School, you will have opportunities to visit other exciting parts of the world through one of our global immersion courses, which examine an aspect of global business and then culminate in a week or 10-day visit to a place such as Japan, Singapore, Beijing, Ireland, Israel, or India. Or you may elect to spend an entire semester in one of more than 150 programs with which Fordham partners around the world. We have our own program in South Africa and our own campus in London, which makes a semester of study abroad amazingly easy, as Margot will explain.
I had the opportunity to study abroad this past spring in 2019 during the second semester of my sophomore year. I was in England at Fordham's London Centre campus, and I know with many colleges and universities it can be very difficult to integrate a study abroad experience into a rigorous course curriculum. The Gabelli School of Business makes it incredibly easy. When I was in London, I was able to take the exact same classes that I would have been taking in New York City, so when I came back, I was in no way pushed back in terms of graduation date or anything like that. And when I went there, I was fortunate enough to go with many students from the Lincoln Center campus where I go, but I also had the chance to meet so many Rose Hill students from other universities around the world, and it was really an incredible opportunity. And I also had the chance to really immerse myself in the international aspect of my global business degree by learning from professors who had worked at large corporations all around the world, who had worked with the United Nations, different things like that. So it was a really unique part of my experience that added to my degree in so many ways. And I would say my favorite part of the experience was when we went to Rome for a program trip. Fordham completely planned that for us. We had tours of the Vatican, we had guided tours of the Colosseum, we had tours of the city from our professors who had lived in Rome, so we really had an insider's perspective. And this all culminated with a really wonderful program dinner with over 100 Gabelli School of Business students, and it was an experience I'll never forget. And I hope you all have the opportunity to study abroad, hopefully with Fordham.
Needless to say, your time in college at Fordham will be life-changing. But all the hard work you do and the relationships you form are meant to lead you to a next chapter. As you see in these noteworthy statistics, our students really do gain internships, and these do lead to jobs after graduation. This has aided in the acknowledgement of the Gabelli School's achievements, improving our national ranking among business schools. Let's conclude this presentation by again hearing directly from our students about their own hard work and achievements.
Hey everyone, my name is Sammy Collada and I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Fordham has an online program that you can sign up for called Handshake. So you simply just go onto the website and it has a list of all of these different opportunities that you can send your resume into to apply for. So the first internship experience I had, worked part-time at a firm called National Securities. And then my second internship experience was at a firm called Linwood Street Capital, which is a search fund. And I worked here my summer of my sophomore year. And then my final internship experience was at a real estate company called A&E Real Estate. And I worked here participating in a rotational program the summer of my junior year, and I was lucky enough to receive a return offer from them. So I will be working full-time starting the summer of 2020 as an asset management analyst.
While at Fordham, I had 2 internships. My first one was at a boutique consulting firm in the city, and I got the internship through Fordham Career Services. Because the company was actually located just a few blocks away from Lincoln Center, I was able to work there throughout the entirety of my junior year. So I stayed with the company for a full year, and it was just an amazing experience to be able to, meet new people, gain a lot of workplace skills, and just have that experience on my resume. My second internship was in the audit field, and I will be returning to the company upon graduation. This internship I also got through Fordham Career Services, and the application process was very easy. Fordham organized all of the logistics regarding that. They organized meetups where you could, go talk to
people that are currently working at the company and get a better idea of what the company does. And the entire process was really just very easy and accessible to students.
Since Fordham University is located in the heart of Manhattan, you really have the entire city at your disposal for internships and networking. My first internship at Fordham was I interned at a real estate company, and it was in their headquarters in the city, and I got accustomed to corporate America and going to work and dressing appropriately and knowing how to act in a business setting. My next big internship was the summer after my sophomore year. I was in City's sophomore leadership program, and that was an internship that I got through the help of my Fordham deans and the people at Career Services. After doing that internship, I was offered a follow-up internship my junior summer, also at Citibank. And I had a terrific experience, was on a different team and learned different things and really saw a different side of the bank than I hadn't been exposed to my sophomore year. And after successfully completing that internship and getting good reviews from my managing directors and from my peers, I was awarded a full-time job at Citibank to return after graduation. And that is something that's pretty common amongst my peers at Fordham. I really think that Fordham definitely set me up to be able to get that internship, network with people, stay in New York, and be able to be in contact with the people I met over the summers at Citibank and make sure that I was able to get the return internship and job.
Being able to be in the heart of New York City at Fordham has really allowed me to have so many incredible opportunities within internships and now actual jobs even before I've graduated. I had the opportunity to intern at DDB, where I was able to work with clients on the Unilever side, so Lipton, Pure Leaf, and Breyers Ice Cream. I work primarily now with a venture capital client, as well as Alexis Ohanian, who's the co-founder of that venture capital firm and also the co-founder of Reddit, the website, and I help with his digital media strategy as well. So I might be actually staying at that job post-graduation. I've gotten an offer, so that's amazing. But you never know where the road might take me. So that's really exciting. I think I really owe all that to just Fordham's amazing network of professors and deans, as well as just being able to be in the heart of business, which is New York.
Fordham has given me the opportunity to participate in internships that I never would have been able to even consider if I wasn't a Fordham student. For example, this past fall, I interned in print production at Marvel Comics, and my supervisor was actually a Fordham grad. And one of the really wonderful things about Fordham that differentiates us from other schools is our rich alumni network that mainly lives in the greater New York City area. And they are so happy to help current Fordham students, past Fordham students. Whenever I'm applying for an internship or I'm even just interested in a company, I go to our Forever Fordham directory, which has a list of all of our alumni and where they're working, and I can always feel comfortable reaching out to a fellow RAM and just saying, hi, could we meet for coffee? Could I perform an informational interview with you? And 10 times out of 10, they are so happy to meet up with you and help you, which is wonderful. And currently I am interning at The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and this again is an experience that I would never have been able to do if I didn't go to Fordham, because the way that I really learned a lot about this position was through a networking event that NBC hosted specifically for Fordham students, so nobody else was allowed in but Fordham students, which was really wonderful, and it gave me an opportunity to learn a lot more about the company and why I thought I would be a good fit. So Fordham gives the opportunities to really have New York as your campus and Fordham as your school, which is incredible.
I hope you've enjoyed hearing some of what lies ahead for you at the Gabelli School of Business. As you see, our greatest asset is our students, and I want to thank Caitlin, Melanie, Nina, both first-year Sophia and Sophia the senior, Jacqueline, Sammy, Nandana, Margot, Maria, Uliana, and Jay. Please don't hesitate to contact us if we can be of any assistance as you prepare for your next important chapter.